And good evening, everyone. I'm Joe Gazin. Thank you for being with us. Leslie has the night off. We're going to begin tonight with a glimpse of what you can expect for the first presidential debate between Donald Trump and Joe Biden. It is set for tomorrow night, and you can see it here on TV3. Our Marissa Cummings has a closer look this evening at the topics likely to be brought up and how it might impact you.
The latest national poll from 538, a reputable data polling website that looks at electoral votes, shows Joe Biden 7 points ahead of President Donald Trump. But could the numbers in this poll change after Tuesday evening's presidential debate? Travis Braidwood is a political science professor at Texas A&M Kingsville and studies election data. He says the debate may not sway voters as much as we think because it all comes down to who tunes in.
Who is watching debates? High information voters. What are high information voters? Decided voters. So it's essentially just looking for affirmation of your candidate.
Braidwood says the topics that will be discussed during the debate are ones that voters are passionate about and may not budge on. They include the records of Donald Trump and Joe Biden, the Supreme Court, COVID-19, the economy, election integrity, and race and violence in America.
For example, do you think race matters or racial issues matter? Democrats view that very highly as important. It's like 70-something%. Republicans are like 20%. If I ask about violence, you see the flip.
So what large impact does the debate have?
You will see more uptick in spending. So you'll get more donations as a result of the debates.
The debate will begin 8 p.m. Central Time. Marissa Cummings, 3 News.